Friday, January 16th, and we get an amazing slate of games in the NBA, but we're not here to talk about the NBA. We have the NFL Divisional Round, 4 amazing games all weekend long, starting Saturday, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, when the Buffalo Bills go to Denver to play the Broncos, and ending Sunday night when the LA Rams travel over to Chicago to play the Chicago Bears. And in this video, you are going to get the 6 best player props on that entire slate of games for the NFL playoffs. Not to mention the sportsbook play of the day, but it's a special play on the sportsbooks. We're not going to give you just one, not 2, not 3, but 4 different plays that we absolutely love straight up, but we're smashing them together because we absolutely love those plays. And one of you could win $500 just from being here. So make sure you're paying attention, make sure you're locking in, and get ready to go bananas.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
Now, before we get rocking and rolling, going over all of these free plays I have in store for you for the NFL Divisional Round, you have to pay attention. This is super important. Go ahead and smash that like button, because this is exactly how one of you could put $500 in your pocket. Smash the like button. Comment below, 200 likes on this video, and one of you, if and when that sportsbook play of the day cashes, will get all of the profits from that play, totaling $500. And even if it loses, I'm so confident, I want those 200 likes. I will be giving away $200 win or lose. So make sure you're smashing that like button and dropping a comment down below. And if you're new here, if you haven't already, go on ahead and subscribe. I drop these free plays every single day, giving you the knowledge and the insight you need to cash more slips. And the single most important thing that you can do for yourself and your wallet is going down below and visiting my buddy Stan. He's going to send you over to my Stan.store where you can lock in these plays for absolutely free. How? It's right in front of you. Use code FF8 on Sleeper. You get a free $20 with a $100 deposit match. Code at APE on Chalkboard. You get a free $20, $100 deposit match. Code FF8 on Better. You get a free $10, a $200 deposit match. Now, if you want to come out of pocket just a little bit, you got to bet $5 to get $50 over on Prizepick with code FF8. You guys can read. It's all right in front of you. I'm not going to keep going, but it is super important for you to take advantage of those free deals so you can lock in these plays without coming out of pocket at all, or barely coming out of pocket if you want those deposit matches. So make sure you're taking advantage, because once the NFL postseason's gone, I guarantee you these apps will knock these promos down tremendously. They do it every year. And if you want more free plays, cheat sheets every single day in the NBA, cheat sheets in the NFL, cheat sheets every day. That'll help you build your parlays. Get on over to Winnable. It's that big, beautiful golden W up there. There's a free plan, free Discord, great community as well. There's premium options for anybody who wants to have more success, but get on over there to Winnable so you can get more free plays and more knowledge and insight every day. Now, I'm not dropping an NBA play for Friday. We haven't had great success the past 2 videos. I want to take a little bit more time to deep dive for you guys, because I don't like handing out slips that do not green out. So you will get a 4-man in the NBA for Friday. You will get the sportsbook play of the day, the cheat sheets, all of that for free over on Winnable. So make sure you're getting on over there if you want to lock in plays for Friday. But this video is for the NFL postseason, divisional round. This only comes around once a year. We have to dedicate more time to it because there's so much going on. And I absolutely love these matchups. This year in the NFL postseason, it's a completely different feeling. There's not a single team where you can single them out and say, yes, they are going all the way. Every year, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are there. They're not there. So we don't have to worry about that. Every year, the past 4 years, just about, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're there. We don't have to worry about them either. This one is wide open, and that's even better for us, even better for our pockets, because we can attack the spots that we love, and I absolutely love a lot of spots on Saturday and Sunday. Now, I am going to still be dropping videos Saturday and Sunday just for those slates, so to the 2 games on Saturday and the 2 games on Sunday, but I really wanted to dedicate more time to all 4 games. So you're getting 6 different player props in this video, and then we'll build out the 4-mans on Saturday and Sunday with the sportsbook plays of the days for those respective games. But this one is for the whole entire weekend, and I absolutely love these plays. I got so excited about all of the plays that I have to interrupt because I forgot to go ahead and drop the disclaimer in here so YouTube hopefully doesn't come after us on the back end. Gambling involves significant risk. There are no guarantees of profit, and you can lose some or all your money. The content in this video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial or legal advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not responsible for any losses that may occur as a result of using the information provided here. Viewers must be 18 or older or legal age in their jurisdiction to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, please seek help. Responsible gambling resources are down below, to include 1-800-GAMBLER in the United States. This video does contain affiliate links. I'm going to show them to you, or I already showed them to you. You get free money. I get a little bit of money because I do receive a commission for signups made through all of those affiliates. And on top of all of that, you get that free 30 days of premium plays. Why do I have to say this? Because YouTube keeps giving me strikes. If I get one more strike, I lose the channel. So that is why I have to read that. So hopefully they leave us alone. Now let's get back to the plays. Let's keep on cooking and let's have a day. Now, before we get into those plays, I need to tell you about how you can get more premium plays every single day for the Lolo. Now, the week in the month pass, you can get those 80% off with code BEARS. So if you want to lock in all month long or all week long, that's a tremendous option. But there's something special I'm doing for you just for being here. The weekend pass is absolutely free. 4 free days of the weekend pass with code BILLS, BILLS. Use code BILLS, you get all weekend. Every single premium play for absolutely free for the divisional round. So make sure you're taking advantage and getting on over there so you do not get hooked every single day by 2 yards on a parlay. So make sure you're grabbing that weekend pass for absolutely nothing with code BILLS, BILLS. Now let's get into the plays. I got 6 player props to go over. I absolutely love them. And then we're going to go over every single game on the sports books, and I'm going to give you the single best straight bet for those games. So let's talk about it. Let's be about it. And let's do it. And before we even do this, I meant to do it before, but my mind just gets going crazy because I get so excited when I record these videos. Can we take 2 seconds to congratulate the New York Giants on hiring the most sought-after coach in this coaching cycle? We got Harbaugh, the one everybody wanted. Now, I don't know how I feel about it yet. I kind of wanted a young guy with a more offensive mind, someone like a Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson type. Maybe Clint Kubiak would have been amazing, somebody like that. But one thing that the Giants need desperately is consistency, a builder of men, a leader of men, someone who's going to drive home the message. And I think Harbaugh is the perfect guy for right now. So kudos to the New York Giants, my team, to go out and get the coach. It reminds me of when we hired Tom Coughlin. So hopefully in a couple of years we can get a soupy. I don't think we get one just yet, but I love the direction of this team. And it's finally something as a New York Giants fan that I have something to be excited about. So just let me be excited. Now let's dive into the plays. We got Josh Allen on Saturday to kick us off, and I think he's going to have a monster game. I don't care how good the Denver Broncos defense is. I don't care that they're 7th and 2nd in passing and rushing yards allowed. I don't care about any of that bullshit. I think Josh Allen, he is going to do it again. I think he's going to strap his cape on, come out, and have a day. I like him for over 249.5 passing and rushing yards. I honestly think he could get this with his arm alone. And then I do think he gets about 50 rushing yards in this game. I think he's going to have to do it all like he did against the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he got 306 total yards. And I think there's going to be another repeat. I think it's the only way that they can hang around with the Denver Broncos, who are probably the more complete team. But you don't really know who you're getting with the Denver Broncos because Bo Nix is up and down. But one thing that's not up and down is Josh Allen. He is absolutely phenomenal. I'm not going to sit here and glaze him for 15 minutes, but you cannot say that he is not the best quarterback in the NFL anymore, especially with the year that Lamar and Patrick Mahomes had. Josh Allen has less weapons, and he did more. So I love Josh Allen. I think he's an amazing, amazing quarterback, and I think he's going to have a tremendous game. Not only do I think he's going to have a tremendous game, he's had a tremendous season. He's averaging 244 over his last 10 games, tons of games over 300. I don't know if he gets there all the way. It is mile high. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like, but that altitude is definitely something to worry about. But I think he's going to be ready. I think the boys are going to be ready. And I think Josh Allen's going to, like I said, strap on that cape. And when they did play versus Denver, granted, they were at home in that matchup. He got 318 yards. Now they're over in Denver, and it's going to be a different story. But last postseason, he did tremendous. 318 yards. And I honestly don't think much has changed. I love the fact that Josh Allen, he got his first road playoff game against Jacksonville last week. I think he's going to get probably his second in this one. I think everybody's all over the Denver Broncos. The line has shifted for the Broncos. Josh Allen's going to get it done, boys. He's going to go over this yards. Win or lose, he's going over 249.5 passing and rushing yards. So I'm taking this one all day long. One of my favorite player props for this game, but for any player on that field, is Josh Allen to go over this line. So we're going to take Josh Allen over 249.5 passing and rushing yards. And next, we're staying right there in that game. Pretty much you're going to get 2 per game here. We're taking Bo Nix over 24.5 rushing yards. I do think he's going to have to use his legs. I don't think the Buffalo defense is going to be able to do too much to stop it. 24.5, super low. He got 42 and 49 in his last 2 games. He is only averaging 18.4 in that 10-game span, but in that game last January, he got 43 yards. And the Buffalo Bills defense does struggle in that rushing yards allowed department, 28th in the league. So I do think Bo Nix, he's going to have to use his legs. The secondary in Buffalo, a little banged up. He'll probably get some passing yards as well. But there's going to be a time in this game where Bo Nix is going to have to pull it down. And honestly, this is like 2 or 3 carries for him. So I love 24.5. Think it's way too low. Think he has to use his legs a ton. I love this spot for him. 42 and 49 against good defenses. The Chargers are a good defense. They only won that game 19-3. I think this game, honestly, is going to be a little bit more high scoring. I don't think they're going to be able to contain Josh Allen like they did Justin Herbert. So we love this spot for Bo Nix. I think it's going to be a back and forth game. It's not going to be a blowout. But even if it is, he got 49 in that. I guess you could call it a low-scoring blowout, 19-13. But he did get 49 against them. I think he's going to get probably 30 to 35 yards in this one. So we're taking Bo Nix here over 24.5 rushing yards. And next, we got CMC in that 49ers Seattle Seahawks game, and I love him over 5.5 receptions. George Kittle out. Brandon Ayuk never showed up. Juwan Jennings still there, but you have to admit that CMC is going to be the best player on that field on Saturday night, and they are going to have to use him. As you can see in the last 10 games, he's averaging 5.2. He's only done this in 5 of his last 10 games, but the last 2 he did clear 6, and that last one was without George Kittle for a majority of that game. I think they're going to have to lean on him, not only on the ground, but through the air, especially in the air, because Brock Purdy's going to be scrambling out, running around like a madman to avoid the defenders, and he's going to have to dump it down, and CMC is the perfect weapon for him to utilize. He's got great success as well against the Seattle Seahawks. As you can see here, in the last 2 games that they played Seattle, he got 6 and 9 this season. That 6 was just a couple of weeks ago when Seattle did win 13-3, and then in the beginning of the year when they won 17-13, he cleared this with 9 reception. So I absolutely love him in this spot. I think he's going to be utilized. I keep saying it, but he's the best player on that field on Saturday night. And the 49ers are super banged up. I do think it's going to be a hard-fought game for them. Nice division rivalry game that we get in the playoffs. Should be a tremendous spot for him to explode, and I think he does just that. I like him for about 7 to 8 receptions in this matchup. Love it at that 5.5 line, though, just in case he only gets those 6 receptions. But we're backing the best player on the field. We're taking CMC all day long over 5.5 receptions. And next, we're staying right there on that San Francisco 49ers side of the ball. It's pretty easy to just go ahead and take the over for Darnold and JSN. You could do so. I wouldn't be mad at you, but I wanted to target plays that are a little bit harder to talk about. CMC, not hard to talk about, but Jake Tongs, a lot of people are actually going to be thinking about him. So it's not like a big mystery, but George Kittle's out. He just tore his Achilles. He's done for probably definitely the rest of this postseason and then the start of next year. But Jake Tongs, when George Kittle is not on the field, he's gone over this line in 4 of those 4 games. So he's got tremendous success. He's utilized a ton when Kittle's not on the field. Obviously, Kittle, far superior tight end. But Jake Tongs has tremendous success as well. Let's not forget it. As you can see here in the game versus Chicago when George Kittle wasn't on the field, he got 60 yards through the air where they beat the Chicago Bears 42-38. And then if we go ahead and zoom out even more, these 4 games where he's in the green are the 4 games where George Kittle was not on the field. I absolutely love him to be utilized. Like I said before, there's not that many weapons on the 49ers, and they love to throw to the tight end. The Seattle Seahawks defense has a tremendous secondary. But if you look here, 12th in the NFL in receiving yards allowed, but when you zoom it into the tight end position alone, 27th in the NFL. Jake Tongs is going to get the ball. And I also wouldn't be mad if you took him to score a touchdown. Think he does get into the end zone for the Niners. So if you wanted to take that on a touchdown parlay, go on ahead. I'll be giving you a touchdown parlay for free. All 4 games. We'll be picking one for every single game, and you can get that over on Winnable for absolutely free. But we love Jake Tongs on Saturday for 37.5 receiving yards. And now we're going over to the Sunday night football game, the Bears versus the Rams. We're taking DeAndre Swift over 59.5 rushing and receiving yards. We took him last game. He was tremendous, getting 92 yards against the Packers. And once again, I think he's going to be the X factor in this game. The wind chill and the weather alone, it's going to be freezing at Soldier Field on Sunday, and I think they're going to have to keep it on the ground a lot. Don't be surprised if he gets 60 rushing yards. And then when you add through the air, this line should easily clear. I like it, honestly, up to about 80 on Sunday for us. But 59.5 feels almost free. We absolutely love this one. Now, the Rams, they do have a pretty good defense, 12th and 20th, and then 11th in rushing yards with that running back position, but 27th in the NFL in that receiving yards allowed position to the running back position, rather. So I absolutely love DeAndre Swift. Think Caleb's going to use him a ton, especially in the fourth quarter when inevitably they decide to really heat things up. And we love him in this matchup. Now, this goes all the way back, zooming out to 2024, September of 2024, the last time the Rams played the Bears, and he got 165 yards against that defense, and not much has changed on that defense. The Rams do get beat up quite a bit, allowing a lot of yards per game. I honestly don't even really know how they're 11th in the league in rushing yards because they do get tore up quite often. So we like DeAndre Swift here in this matchup. As you can see down below, a lot of success, a lot of green checks. We got Kenneth Walker, 164, Zach Charbonnet, 54. Bijan Robinson, now he's an absolute stud. He's in a different category, but he got 229. Chuba Hubbard got 59. We love DeAndre Swift for 59.5. The Chicago Bears have tremendous success running the ball. I think they're going to establish the run early in this game. The weather is going to almost force it. So we're taking DeAndre Swift here over 59.5 rushing and receiving yards. And last but not least, we're taking Blake Corum in the same game, the LA Rams' second running back here behind Kieran Williams. I love him for over 9.5 rush attempts. He's done this in his last 2 games, and I honestly don't really know why this total is so low. The ground game is going to be the focal point for both of these teams in this matchup with that weather. Now, let's not get it twisted. These are NFL teams. I'm not throwing all of my data and plays here based on the weather. The weather, everybody cries about the weather, and then it doesn't matter when it comes game time. But I do think, especially that first half, maybe even the third quarter, they are going to establish that run. Blake Corum has been a tremendous piece for Sean McVay in that offense, so we love him to get his rushing attempts. As you can see, like I said, 11 and 13 in the last 2 games. Over that 10-game span, he's 6 for 10, averaging 10.2 in that 10-game span. Chicago Bears, they are decent at stopping the run, but not great. The Chicago Bears defense as a whole is not great, but I love him in this matchup over 9.5. He's been used more and more week in and week out, with the exception of that 6 carry game here against Atlanta. But that's the game where he got banged up and actually left the game. So let's not get it twisted. This dude's been used since almost all season. But since December 7th, he's been used a ton. And the only time he didn't go over is when he didn't play for the majority of the game, and he still got 6 carries there. So I think this one is a no-sweat play. So I love Blake Corum over 9.5. And you can lock all 6 of these in for absolutely free. Just sign up with code APE on Chalkboard, and you'll get that free $20 and that $100 deposit match. There's also all those options that I listed for you in the beginning of the video. And make sure you're using the code, sending me the proof, because you'll get a free 30 days of premium play, so you can lock in all the way through the Super Bowl and beyond for absolutely free over in premium. So take advantage of that and get your free money as well, because who the hell doesn't like free money? Now let's get over to the sports books. I'm going to break these games down a little bit more, and then I'm going to explain exactly why I'm taking each play. And now here it is over on the sports book, and you can lock this in for absolutely free on Onyx Odds. When you sign up with code FFAPE, you'll get a free $15, and then when you deposit just $10, you get $100 in bonus bet instantly. All you got to do is lock in with code FFAPE, and you get that free 30 days of premium plays as well. And that's one of the best promos on the market, and I can guarantee you that one will be going away once the NFL season is over, because they really try to bump up their numbers. Let's be honest. Everybody likes to bet on football. So they try to bump up their numbers because they have a lot of competition in this space now, and they do the best promos during football season. So take advantage before they end. Now, what do we like for each game? As you can see, we're riding the Buffalo Bills once again. We did it last weekend when everybody was on the Jags, and we're taking them this weekend against the number 1 seed in the AFC, the Denver Broncos. This is simply a play on who I think has the better quarterback. The defense of the Buffalo Bills is coming alive. I just don't think Bo Nix is ready for that next step. He hasn't really proved much to me all season long. And one indicator for this is how the line has changed. When this game dropped, the lines were in the favor of the Buffalo Bills. They were actually -1.5 when it first came out, and they were at minus like 130 odds. This is quite literally a coin flip of a game. It depends on who shows up and who doesn't, right? So I just think that Josh Allen in this postseason, with the stakes as high as they could possibly be, is going to show up once again. We're taking the Buffalo Bills to go into Denver and beat Denver. I love the Buffalo Bills on Saturday. This is one that I actually hammered straight, and I'll be sending out to Winnable. Remember, you can get them for free. I just kind of spilled the beans on one of the premium plays. I love the Buffalo Bills. I love everything I've seen with the line movement, and I just want to back the better quarterback. So we're taking Buffalo Bills here on Saturday to kick it off. Now in this San Francisco-Seattle game, I think it could be a shocker. Seattle, the number 1 seed, great offense. You don't really know what Sam Darnold's going to do. He's another guy with a lot of question marks. But then you got the 49ers, who are super, super banged up, not only on defense, but on offense too. And Fred Warner, he could come back. Don't think he does. And I just think that Seattle, they may win the game, but I think the 49ers are going to keep it extremely close. Let's remember, this is a divisional playoff game. This is a divisional rivalry in the playoffs game. So I think that these two teams are going to keep it extremely, extremely close. So I'm taking the 49ers here plus 7.5, because I just don't think they lose by more than a touchdown in this one. They're split for the season. The 49ers winning that first matchup, the Seattle Seahawks winning that second matchup. I think this is going to be a nail-biter of a game. Should be a tremendous game. Don't mind taking that over as well. We're going with the 49ers here plus 7.5. And then we're taking the Houston Texans versus the Patriots here. We're not taking the Texans. We're taking the New England Patriots playing the Houston Texans at home. I think Mike Vrabel is a tremendous coach. DeMarco Ryan is a tremendous coach as well. But I just think that Vrabel is a little bit better. I think Drake May is a better quarterback. CJ Stroud looked extremely spotty against the Steelers. And don't get it twisted. That score might have looked lopsided against the Steelers, but that game really should have not been won by the Texans. They made way too many mistakes that they won't be able to make against the Patriots. I don't think CJ Stroud's ready. He doesn't look as good as he did his rookie year. He just hasn't. Since that rookie year, his numbers have dwindled. And I do think that this Texans defense is going to keep them in this game. Let's not get it twisted at all with that fact. The Texans defense is the best defense in the NFL. I think Drake May is going to have a very, very hard time on Sunday. And now you might have noticed that in the player prop department, we stayed away from this game just because the defenses are so good. My favorite player prop maybe for this game would be Drake May for an interception, because that is plus money. And I do think he makes a couple mistakes in this matchup. He's another young quarterback, but he has had a phenomenal season. He's got MVP numbers. He would win MVP if Matthew Stafford didn't have a better season. We'll see how the voting shakes out. But I have to back the Patriots here at home against the Houston Texans. That defense is only going to be able to do so much. They can't overcompensate that much for that offense who's spotty, who's without Nico Collins. I think that everybody's got tunnel vision here just based off of what they did in the wild card round against the Steelers. But I think when they go up to Gillette and play the New England Patriots, it's going to be a very, very tough day for them, and the New England Patriots will squeak away. I also think that they probably cover that 3.5. I think they win by a little bit more than that -3 there. So we're going to play it a little bit safer, I guess you could say, and we're going to take the New England Patriots on that one. And now one of the toughest games for me is the LA Rams going to Chicago. Yes, we have weather, But like I said, these are NFL teams. Every time that the press and all the pundits on ESPN and all those other sports channels start talking about weather, I already know it's going over. So you could hammer the over here because they just talk about weather ad nauseum, and it really has nothing to do with the game at all. Now, I don't think that the Bears are going to be able to have another fourth quarter comeback, so I'm hoping Caleb Williams starts it hot right away and doesn't have a slow start like he always does. I do think it's going to be a lot of back and forth because the Chicago Bears, their defense is questionable. The Rams give up a ton of points as well, though. They have a good front interior there, but other than that, they struggle a lot in that receiver department. So you could take a Bird and all those other guys. I think they're going to have a good game. I think Caleb Williams is built for this. The young man has really changed my opinion on him. I did not like him at all with the whole narrative of the paint and the nails and all that other bogus stuff. You got to throw all that out the window because the dude is an athlete. He's a baller. He can paint his nails all he wants. And as you guys all know, I've been talking about it. The New York Giants were so bad this year, I had to pick a team about midway. Now, obviously, if the Giants and the Bears faced, I would root for the Giants still. But midway through the season, I had to pick a team that I wanted to root for the rest of the year that was actually winning games. And the Bears have been bad for so long, and I really just like Ben Johnson and how they're turning it around. I started rooting for the Chicago Bears. Now, they have made me a ton of money. Last Saturday, we took them at plus 800 live when they were losing to the Packers. We hammered it, absolutely hammered it, and they came through for us. Now, the fourth quarter in this game, I don't know if it's going to be able to be like that. Matthew Stafford and the Rams are just too good to let that happen. So I don't know who's going to win or lose this game. I'll be honest with you. I'm having a tough time reading this game, but what I do know is I think the Bears keep it very close, and I think it's whoever gets the ball last is going to win this game. So we're going to take the Chicago Bears here, plus 3.5 at that minus 104. And I love that plus 952 with all four of them. And if this play hits, I'll be putting $53 on this play so that one of you can win $500 if and when this cashes. Those are my three favorite plays for Sunday. You can pretty much take every single one of these straight up, and it's great payout as well. It's the smart move is to take each one of these as a straight bet. Patriots, you could maybe do minus 2.5, so it's not a minus 178 payout because I do think they probably win by a field goal. Maybe it even gets a little uglier than that. I think that one's probably the most lopsided. I think everybody, yes, they have the best defense, but I think everybody's riding that a little bit too much. We'll see how it shakes out. I could be way off on that one, and it could be even tighter than that, but I wouldn't mind a minus 2.5 because I do think the Patriots probably win by a field goal there. So that's what we have for the NFL playoffs. And like I said, I'll be back Saturday, Sunday. We'll be breaking down just the slate on that day. So Saturday, obviously, will be the Bills, Broncos, Niners, Seahawks. And then Sunday will be the Texans, Patriots, Rams, Bears. So we'll be breaking them down. I'll give you fresh player props. And don't forget that premium's absolutely free this weekend with code BILLS, BILLS. So take advantage of that. I want you guys to have success this weekend. And we're going to be very successful once again in the NFL. We made, 62.8 units on last Sunday alone. Plus we had that hammer play of plus 800 on the Bears live. I made over 92 units, I think it was last weekend, something crazy like that. My account is looking very, very nice. So we are going to pick our spots this weekend and absolutely destroy the books. Come destroy it with us. That's all I got in this video. Nice special edition for you guys. I just didn't want to talk about the NBA again. Now, don't get it wrong. I love the NBA. We're very successful in the NBA, but the past 2 days have been super ugly, super weird. So we just dove into football because why not? Football, it's only here one time a year. It's the playoffs. It's about to be over. I'm going to be depressed for about a week once it ends, and then we'll pick right back up with March Madness, MLB, where we destroy it. MLB might be my best sport. We get UFC again just about every single weekend with Paramount Plus in action now, so you don't have to pay for pay-per-views. You just pay the subscription, where 90% of you probably have that already anyway. So let's have some fun. Let's have an amazing 2026, and it all starts here for the NFL playoffs. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all the support. The channel has grown. The Winnable's grown. Everything has grown. The business has grown. It's amazing, and I couldn't thank you guys enough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And my thank you to you is that free weekend pass for the playoff slate. So go take advantage. And I'll see you here for that Saturday video where we're going to dive again into the NFL and take a little bit of different plays here and talk about a ton. So this is quite literally the only channel that you need all NFL postseason long.